Let's go to page 75 and start with number 1. Okay, so it says 1 through 8. You are using the equation from exercise 1 through 8. Okay, so this one would be absolute value of x is less than or equal to 3. And so it says graph the solution set. Okay, so to graph this, first you go and solve. So you're going to get x is less than 3 and x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Right? So again, you need to have an absolute value by itself, and you separate the two equations, and then you graph. Okay. So for this one, you're going to get this. For this one, you're going to get this. Okay. And then use the and, means you have to have both. So your final answer would be from here to here, and so it would be negative 3 is less than or equal to x, and is less than or equal to 3. Okay. Okay, number 3. Yep, absolute value of z is greater than or equal to, or is greater than 0. Okay. So in this case, again, you're going to have a z is greater than 0 or z is less than 0. So if you graph that, here's your 0. Okay, so for this one, it's going to be this way. For this one, it's going to be this way. So when you combine everything together, you're going to get these. Okay? So you can either write z is not equal to 0. Okay, so this is past, so you can do it that way, or you just do it this way. So you got z is greater than 0, or z is less than 0. Okay, so either one is acceptable, but this is probably a more common one. Okay, let's go to number 5. Okay, number 5, you have s plus 3 equal to 3. Okay, so you have absolute value by itself, so now you're going to separate into two regular equations. You got s plus 3 equal to 3, or s plus 3 equal to negative 3. And from here you can go and solve, so minus 3 on both sides, so you got s equal to 0, and follow through with your or, and this one you can minus 3 on both sides, so you got s equal to negative 6. And you're going to graph that. So you got 0, 0, negative 6. Okay, so this one is going to be just a dot, because there's no equality, just equal, and this one will be a dot. Okay, so it will be 2 dots. And this will be your final answer, and this is a graph. Okay, number 7. Yeah, absolute value of 3t minus 1 is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so again, make sure your absolute value is by itself. Then after that, that's going to separate. So you got 3t minus 1 is less than or equal to 2. This is pointing toward that, so it's and. And you got 3t minus 1 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Right? So again, this is a positive equation, so everything stays the same. This is the negative equation, so this and this would be the opposite. Then after that, you can go and solve. So plus 1 on both sides. So you got 3t is less than or equal to 3. Divided by 3, divided by 3. So t is less than or equal to 1. And you follow that. Okay. And this one over here, again, plus 1 on both sides. So you got 3t is greater than or equal to so plus 1, so you're going to get negative 1, and then you're going to divide it by 3, divide by 3, so you're going to get t is greater than or equal to negative 1 over 3. Okay, so when you're doing the graphing, okay, you have negative 1/3 and 1. Okay, so this one is this over here. Okay, again, this will give you the close dot. Okay, this will go this way. This one is this one over here. Okay, so again, this one is this here, this one is this one here. Now you have to apply AND. So you have to be in here and have to be in here. So you have to be this region over here. So the region that is in both are from here to here. Okay, and when you write, you just line things up. So it would be -1/3 is less than or equal to t, less than or equal to 1. Okay, and this would be your final answer. Okay, let's go to number 9. Okay, number 9, yeah, absolute value of 2t plus 5 is less than 3. Okay, so absolute value is by itself, so let's go and separate into two equations. So you got 2t plus 5 is less than 3. This is pointing toward us, so it's AND 2t plus 5 is greater than -3. Okay, so you have this absolute value, one absolute value inequality separated into two regular inequalities. Okay, now to solve, it's just -5. So you got 2t is less than -2. Divide by 2 on both sides, so t is less than -1. Then you follow that, so you got and this one -5 on both sides. So you got 2t is greater than -8. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So t is greater than -4. Okay. Now don't box that yet because this may not be your final answer. So you need to go and sketch to find out the final answer. So you got -1, -4. Okay. You have to kind of arrange from left to right. Okay. So you got -1, -4. Okay. And then so from here, this one would be this one right over here. This one is going to be this way. And so you have to be in here and in here. So you have to be in this. You have to be in here and here. So only part is good is this part over here. This is only part that is in here and also in here. This part is no good because this is not in here. This part is no good because this is not in here. Okay, so then all you have to do is line it up. So this is -4 is less than t is less than -1. Okay, so again, something you have to sketch it out to find out what your final answer is. Okay. Number 11. Okay, yeah, absolute value of 2u minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so again, so absolute value by itself, so now you go and separate. So you got 2u minus 5 equal to 0. And you're going to have an or -0, so it doesn't do anything, okay? Because all you have to, so you're going to have an or 2u minus 5 equal to -0. But this doesn't do anything. -0 and 0 are the same thing. So you don't have to do that, okay? So in this case, all you have to do is just go and solve. So you got 2u equal to 5. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So u equal to 5/2. Okay, and to graph that, so this is your answer already. And to graph that, this one just have a dot. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, you have absolute value of 1 minus x over 3 is greater than or equal to 2/3. Okay, so again, first thing you have to check is make sure this is by itself, there's nothing outside. Okay, then after that you can separate one absolute value into two regular inequalities. So you got 1 minus x over 3 is greater than or equal to 2/3. This is pointing away, so it's or. And 1 minus x over 3 is less than or equal to -2/3. So again, this part has to be all opposite. Okay. Now let's go and solve this over here. So there's a fraction. So let's go and get rid of the fraction. Okay. So let's go and multiply everything by 3. Okay. Multiply by 3. So you're going to get 3 minus this will cancel out, and this will cancel out. Okay. Then after that, minus 3 on both sides. So you got negative x is greater than or equal to -1, and then you have to divide by -1 or multiply by -1. So I'm going to multiply by -1. Okay, So it'd be x, and again, when you multiply or divide by negative, you have to change the direction, okay? And follow through with your disjunction, or, okay, this one over here, again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to multiply by 3 to get rid of the fraction. So I get 3, and this one cancels out, so minus x less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, so minus 3, so I got negative x is less than negative 5, and multiply by negative 1, so I get x is greater than or equal to 5. Okay, and then you have to sketch, so you got 1 and 5. So this one is less than or equal to, so it's going to be this way. This one is greater than or equal to 5, so it's this way. So or means everything, so the answer doesn't change. So this is your final answer. Again, you always have to sketch to see if the answer change, because this may or may not be the final answer. In this case, this is the final answer, but some case it's not. So you just have to be careful. Okay, number 15. You have 0 is less than or equal to 4u minus 7. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. Okay, because it's kind of awkward to do it this way. And this is pointing away from the absolute value, so when you flip it over, it will be pointing away. Again, it's pointing toward the 0. Okay. Now, remember, absolute value is always positive number. So over here, what you're saying is that positive number is greater than or equal to 0. Then it's always going to be true. So the answer would be all real number. Okay. But in case if you don't catch that, then what you do is, that's okay. You go and separate. So you got 4u minus 7 is greater than or equal to 0. Or 4u minus 7 is less than or equal to 0. Okay? And again, when you solve, okay, plus 7, and so you're going to get 4u is greater than or equal to 7, divide by 4, divide by 4. So u is greater than or equal to 7 over 4. Follow that? Okay, it's or. Now this one, you plus 7 on both sides. So you got 4u is less than or equal to 7, divide by 4, divide by 4. So you're going to get u is less than or equal to 7 over 4. Okay? And when you sketch, okay, you only have one number, 7 over 4. So for this one, you're going to get that. Okay? This one is this. Now this one is less than, so it's going to be this way. Okay? Now or means you include everything. So you have this and this. If you include everything, you're going to get these. Okay? And means you get everything. So answer would be all real number. Okay? So answer would be all real number, because every number is good. Okay? Again, that's what I mean by you always have to sketch it out to check, because this may or may not be the final answer. In this case, this is not the final answer. The final answer is this. Okay? So you can always sketch it out and to check. Okay, you have t minus 2 over 4. Absolute value of that is less than or equal to 1/2. Okay, so you're absolute by itself, so let's go and separate. So you got t minus 2 over 4 is less than or equal to 1/2. And this is pointing toward that, so it's and t minus 2 over 4 is greater than or equal to negative 1/2. Okay. Okay, so again, there's a fraction, so I don't like fractions. I'm going to multiply by 4 to get rid of the fraction. So this cancel out, this cancel, I get 2. So I got t minus 2 is less than or equal to 2, then plus 2 on both sides. So I get t is less than or equal to 4. Okay, and follow through with and. And again over here, multiply by 4. So this will cancel out, and this cancel. So I get t minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 2. And I'm going to plus 2. So I get t is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Again, you have to sketch it out to check for final answer. So you got 0 and 4. So this one is less than or equal to 4. So this one is this. This one is greater than or equal to 0. So it's this one here. Okay? And so this is a conjunction and. So you have to be in here and in here. So only region is this over here. again, this is the only part that's in here and also in here. Okay? And then your final answer is just 9 things up, so it's 0, and this is a 4, and so it be less than or equal to, and this is a t. Okay? And so in this case, that is your final answer.